So also coffee helps because it makes you think better. Okay, so Puerto Rican coffee, the best American coffee. Gotta have a little bit. Let's analyze the bridge, which is the hardest part, by parts. We're gonna dissect the whole bridge. E minor 7 flat 5 to A7 flat 9. Okay, flat 9. So that tells me that it's a minor 2-5 because it has the flat 5. And then when it goes to the A, has the flat 9 too. So E half diminished to A7. You start on the 1, trying to put the scales in a musical way. So, but since we're in D minor basically, because it's a 2-5, so E, the 1 would be D. So you can play D minor, the minor harmonic. So because we're in D minor again, we could use fourths. Very good. Or you can go straight to the A7 and play the alter scale. Right? Or you can play the diminished whole half. So these are all a bunch of possibilities that you can do by picking the first chord and just staying on that scale for a little bit, or picking the second chord and just anticipate that. So let's take now the other two chords, the other 2-5, which is E flat minor 7 to A flat. So now we are on a major 2-5 because it's so the 1 would be D flat major. So we could use the D flat major and it should sound okay. While the E flat and the A flat are going, I could play that D flat, or I could choose to play. But again, that's not going to be that good because we're already into the solo, so we don't want to play that E flat. We want to stay away from that one of the chord. So also, when you have this kind of progression, the half step down, you can use the augmented scale. And the last two, so this is a major 2-5 in D. See if so if you go to D, it should work. Again, D major with the fourth and everything, not the Lydian, because you need that minor third to the 7th, you know, that G, which is the 4th of D. So now you take, as you take everything separate and slowly, and then you know what's happening. So now you have to take the whole bridge and try to make some sense. Okay, I added a little bit of neighboring notes. So I think what I did, I started with the tonic, went straight to that tritone, and then for the A, I did a diminished arpeggio starting on the flat 9. So for A would be a half step up, which is B flat. So I start for that second chord, I could do that, and it sounds okay. But then this is the moment that you have to be careful, because now everything changes to E flat minor 7 and E flat 7, which is, like I said, in D flat. So now we got to think, or you can also think about the key signature. If you're here, at the beginning of this part, you are in minor. So when you go to D flat, which is the next 2/5, you have to play a lot of flats. So you got to remember that you're not going to play D, you're going to play D flat. You're not going to play E, you're going to play E flat. Everything goes down a half step, basically. Also, common notes. Another good exercise is to play one note and see if that note sounds good on every chord, and or change it as accordingly. So in this case, I'm gonna take that B flat. Let's see, because it's the 5th, it's flat 9, 5th, 2nd 9th. It's funny, B flat and B for the whole bridge. Let's do it again. Those are ideas that are a little crazy, but you can use them sometimes, and it's about variety. So you want to play scales, you want to do your thing, your technical stuff, but sometimes you stay on one note, and there's a certain feeling to that, because the note, the chords are changing, the note is staying the same note, but it's making a melody because it's changing function. It's like one note samba, See, you stay on. Especially that from flat 9 do that, it becomes the fifth. Play the arpeggios from the third or the fifth, right? So instead of playing the first one, or you can start with that one, but then the next chord, play it from the third. So we're gonna go. You're gonna do something like that, but just keep having fun, because otherwise you won't practice. So, you know, keep try to see what can you do right. Oh, another way is writing lines slowly. You write them and then you play them. That's the best way, because you're analyzing first and then putting the note there, instead of you know, quickly thinking about it. All of these are different ways that I can tell you to play that bridge accurately, but they're not the only ones. There's a million other possibilities. Play the scales from the third or the fifth. Practice that. Add neighbor notes and passing notes. So when you go to the arpeggio, again, you can do, so you're passing chromatically from the tonic, doing the third tonic, and then major 7 and 7, but it's not a major 7, it's just a passing note. So that's another way to explain those chromatisms that you can use. And finally, find some dissonance that sounds good. And the last thing I wanted to mention is quoting. Try not to abuse this one, because it's easy to abuse, you know, but play melodies from other tunes on this. For example, you could go to the you could put Oye Como Va, or you could do here, there might be something else that you want to play. Just don't abuse it, okay? So I'm gonna leave you with this. Try to practice all this stuff every day if you can, with different tunes, so that so your brain starts to know when to move or when to stay.